Hi, sweet sisters. It is Saturday, and I just wanted to jump on and say, hey, we have been on spring break and away and enjoying our kiddos. Some of you are just heading out to spring break, so I hope you have a wonderful week, whether you rest or whether you go on an adventure, or whether you just get to love being with your kids for a few days. Um, but I had a thought this morning that I thought I just want to jump on and share and kind of re-engage with you guys, um, because I think it's so important for us as women and especially as doers. All of you are doers as women and making things happen and going, 90 miles an hour most of the time. Um, but this morning when I woke up, I felt sad and I felt just blah, really blah. And my immediate instinct was to kind of get busy, what can I do to not feel this? And then I thought for a moment and I thought, no, sit with that. Why are you feeling sad? And I realized that I have several reasons to feel sad right now, and that I just needed to feel that or acknowledge it, right? And then I read this great, it's just it's God, right? This great quote that I'm going to read to you by Lisa Turkhurst. I hope I say her name right. That's how I've always said it, but I don't usually pronounce things correctly. But she had a quote today on Twitter, and it said, "Don't give up. All that's aching within you is proof that there's a beautiful remaking in the process." And I love that. I'm going to repost it. I love it. But um, I just thought, it's so true, right? Like there's just so much that comes at us emotionally and feelings, and we tend to jump into action or go medicate or do whatever it takes to not feel what we don't want to feel. But it's important that we feel it. It's important that we acknowledge that we feel sad or that we feel scared or that we feel angry, right? And that we do what we need to do to process that feeling. It may be stop for a moment and cry. I was really missing Bella, our dog, this morning, and so it may be just stop and acknowledge that. Let yourself cry for a moment. If you're scared, process through that anxiety. What's making me feel anxious. Walk yourself all the way through the situation to help yourself see the other side. You know, um, and maybe I'll do some anxiety exercises in the next week or two. They're so powerful, and if it's anger, a lot of times we have justification to be angry, and we need to do something with that anger, right? Some of you can go for a run. Some of you can get up and clean your house like a mad woman, and that helps with the anger. Um, I love breaking stuff when I'm angry. So, if you could take a couple of old plates from the dollar store or something and go find a place to break them where you can clean them up, that's very therapeutic. The other thing is sometimes I'll get in the car and just yell like a gut, um, you know, what am I trying to say? A guttural, is that right? Yell just from the deepest place in my gut to just get that out. And I know sometimes the things I tell y'all to do sound crazy, but I am telling you, I've done it. I've done the work. I've done all these things, and it helps so much. So my thought today was just to remind you that it's okay if you're tired today. If you're tired, rest. You know, it's okay if you feel sad today or anxious or angry. Feel that and walk yourself through it. Allow yourself to feel what you're feeling. Um, and then, I don't mean wallow in it. I mean feel it. And so, for me, I had to kind of process through the sadness that I was feeling and why I was feeling that way. And And then I just started immediately writing down, things that I could think of that I'm grateful for, or that I'm blessed by. And that helps me kind of get out of that place, right? And think, okay, yes, I have valid reasons to be sad, but I'm also very grateful for these things. And I hope it makes sense. I hope what I'm saying to you makes sense. Um, it was just a great reminder to me when I read that quote today that, pain, grief just kind of bubbles up, right? It just resurfaces at sometimes the craziest times. Um, but it's important that you don't deny it or medicate through it or stop yourself from feeling it. It's important that you feel what you need to feel, because I think it was Jenny Gomez, the girls' counselor for many years, who, really talked with me about how important it was that they have ways to feel their feelings, right? And so for them, and I write about this in my book, is just, sometimes I would tell them to just go get in the shower and scream, just scream a gut scream as loud as they could to get out their anger, or hit the pillow, punch the pillow. They love the story because Haley decided to tie up Anna with duct tape and with a pillow in front of her and hit the pillow. And that was not my advice, but um, they love that story. But there were always, write out, draw what you're feeling, write what you're feeling. With Luke, it's really good to have him write what he's feeling. He can't necessarily say it sometimes. And so if we'll have him write down what's going on or what he's thinking or feeling, it helps so much. And so, but I remember the counselor, Jenny, telling me that, if they didn't process their trauma and what they needed to feel in the different seasons of their lives or times of their lives, that those feelings, they're still there. Even if we stuff them or we deny them or we medicate through them, they're there. And they're going to resurface in one way or another. It may be spewing your anger at everyone around you and just being, bitter as hell because you've never processed this anger and the sadness that you need to, right? It could be that you really start struggling with depression, because you didn't process things that you needed to feel. Obviously, we medicate in very unhealthy ways, and that's never the answer to deal with what we need to deal with. And so those feelings are going to come out one way or another, usually sideways, upside down, every which way you don't want them to come out. And so today I just wanted to encourage you to feel the feelings. I love that quote too that says, if all you did today was breathe, I'm proud of you. And for some of you, you need to be recognized today for just getting out of bed and taking a deep breath and and being true to yourself, whatever you need to do today. So that was it. I just wanted to jump on here and connect with you guys and tell you what I was thinking about feelings and feeling the feelings and how important that is. So I hope you have a blessed Saturday. I hope you take good care of yourself, whatever that looks like for you today. And I love you guys.